This is Adam Beyer and you are watching SBTV. I didn't imagine it to be the biggest thing I would do in my life when I started it. I just thought I started a label, and suddenly you're 20 years in and you realize maybe this is going to be my legacy, you know. And those 20 years has just been flying by. It doesn't feel like 20 years. And I think that's the thing with music, you know, and when you're so into it, you know, you just keep doing it. There's no shortcuts. Well, maybe for some of the EDM DJs, I don't know. They tend to rise really fast, but in techno and things we do, there's no shortcuts. You just gotta put in so much hard work, party by party, brick by brick, slowly to get your name out there and to, you know, always deliver and always be on, you know, it's a lot of work. I don't think people realize, at least it's been like that for me, and I think for most of the people I know, they you know, it's just about putting in the hours and practicing and, you know, making sure that you maintain your sound and that people know who you are and that you're always delivering. We used to be ravers, and we used to go from Sweden on bus tours down to Germany and go to May Day and Love Parade and things like this in 93, 94, 95. We were a whole crew of friends. But yeah, I mean, those were the days, you know. People used to throw parties everywhere. I mean, it was an underground movement, and we had a lot of illegal parties as well in Sweden where people would just break up a door somewhere and go in and have a party, you know? So I was kind of into like a lot of different sounds. I was following the German trance scene, I was following the UK stuff, because I was really serious as a kid, and I really was kind of, you know, like a lot of late teenagers are, like a bit dark and, you know, like trying to find my identity. For me, Britain has always been the most important music country in the world. Like, from my hall of fame of techno producers, I think most of them are from the UK as well, so it's been a massive influence. Brits have a certain way of going out, and it's quite loud and sort of messy, and that connects well with, you know, with the music. I like it, and also in terms of the mentality of the British people, it works quite well with Swedish as well. It's that irony and sarcasm, and, you know, so it's just been a win-win. And I get relatives here as well. I get cousins living in England, and my mom's here a lot, so it's been a close relationship for years. Kind of one of my philosophies about what we do with Drumcode. I don't want it to be too introvert or difficult. I want it to be, you know, something uniting and like connecting people. A lot of DJs, they play the same set or the same records for months, but I can't do that because we have the show that's running every week, so I need to have new fresh stuff. I don't play a track maybe more 2 or 3 times on the show. So I always have to change my sets and find new things and different angles, you know, different sides of me. It keeps me on my toes. With all the experience over so many years of DJing, you kind of find your own rhythm, really, and something that you feel works on the dance floor. Probably most humans have their own rhythm, but I have been fortunate enough to look for mine for 30 years every day. I have a certain groove. I mean, some people are more straight, and I like a bit more of a roll to it, which is kind of a funk. I always try to play how I would like to hear a set myself. When I'm out, someone's playing and it's not put together and there are all these like disrupted parts, or it just throws me off. You know, I just want to give people a musical experience that are up to par. I mean, they pay the ticket and they come to the party and you want to present your best, really, but I think everyone thinks like that, more or less. I think we managed to build over the years our crowd here, and I'm really proud of our London crowd because it's such a good mix of people, and we've been able to create is the positive attitude of a techno crowd, you know, because sometimes techno crowds can be very different. Some are more chin stroking or beard stroking, but our crowd is reminds me of like old house music crowds, you know, like it's that sort of happiness and positivity in there, which the involvement with Junction 2 came about after working with LWE for 7 years now or something. I mean, we've been doing the Halloween parties for, we did our US Street car park a couple of years, and now obviously at Tobacco Dock. They're amazing at finding good venues, and like with the Printworks and Tobacco Dock and now Junction too, you know. Just felt like the right thing to do, and it's nice to be involved in something on a deeper level and create something, you know, from scratch.